welcome back to my channel and welcome to another sticker shop related video. This time we are talking about leaving Etsy. I know some of you are confused. If you watched my video, I will have a little picture right here about how I almost closed my shop. You're probably like, I thought you weren't going to close your shop. I thought things were fine, and they are fine, but I am leaving Etsy. So there's been a lot of changes recently with Etsy, and they are rolling out a new thing called offsite ads. I'm not going to go into depth about all of this. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there talking about it, and I am definitely no expert when it comes to all of that, and obviously it hasn't rolled out yet, so I don't even really fully know what it's going to be like because it hasn't even rolled out yet. However, based on my research and everything, you know, looking at it and trying to figure it out, I just came to the conclusion that it was time for me to close my Etsy shop. If I were to keep my shop open, I was going to have to raise my prices, and I just didn't want to do that. My prices are already much higher on Etsy versus my website, and I want to make sure that you guys can afford my stickers. I don't want to keep raising the price because Etsy's going to keep taking money from me. And that's kind of what's happening in this situation. While it sounds like a really good idea, what they're trying to do, I think the way that they're going about it is not the best. So basically, I'll give you a little bit of what's going on. Basically, they want to do offsite ads, which is great. They want to bring more traffic to Etsy. That's also great. But what's happening is if somebody clicks on an ad and they purchase from you, then Etsy's taking a big cut from shop owners. And so therefore, we have to raise our prices because we don't know if you're going to purchase our stuff because we told you to go there, or you're gonna like Google it or whatever. Because I think, I don't know this for a fact. Like I said, there's plenty of other videos to watch and no one quite knows what's gonna happen. But I think if you were to Google my site and then purchase something off of Etsy from the Google search, I think that they would even take a portion of that. Again, I don't know that for a fact, but I don't like that idea. I don't like that idea of I didn't ask for ads, I didn't ask for Etsy's help, and yet they are doing this. Now, if you didn't reach a certain amount last year, then you can opt out after the first month. But if you hit that, like however much they want, and I don't want to go into certain numbers and details and whatever. I know the numbers, but I don't want to like throw that out there, because that's not what this video is about. But basically, if you reach that certain amount, then you're stuck with them. You can't opt out of the ads. You can't do anything like that. You're stuck with them. And one thing I noticed when I was looking at my traffic and where traffic was coming from like to Etsy, I had a lot of traffic that was coming from YouTube. I personally, like, traffic was not coming from Etsy or from like them doing anything. It was mainly coming from my YouTube channel because I had my link in the description box, which I've removed my link because I'm closing my shop, so it's not, you know, I don't need it in there anymore. But I was like, you know, if I'm driving a lot of traffic to Etsy, but they're gonna take a cut of that as like offsite ads, I'm not okay with that. Again, I don't know that for a fact that that would have happened, but looking at those numbers, I was just like, that's not cool, because a lot of that traffic was from YouTube, from me talking about my sticker shop, not from Etsy doing anything or paying any money for ads. So again, that doesn't necessarily mean that if people were to purchase from the YouTube link or from the Etsy shop link in my YouTube description box, that they would take a cut of that, but it's also not like not gonna happen either. And Google searches, I was getting a lot of like Google searches on there and not a lot of traffic actually from Etsy. And like I said, I was gonna have to raise my prices all across the board because I don't know if you're gonna purchase through an offsite ad or you're just gonna purchase just from coming to my shop directly. And so, you know, and I have to be able to pay Etsy that money, and it's just, you know, I know Etsy's a business and they have to make money somehow, but I feel like this was just kind of a poor move as far as forcing people to do this, even though they didn't ask for it. So for me, I just made the decision that it was time to close the Etsy shop. You guys know, if you watch me, my main source of income, my main focus is my website. I actually made about 5 times more on my website last year than I did on Etsy. I mainly just keep Etsy open for those few people who are just faithful to Etsy and they want to shop there, and I totally understand that and I get that. But I just felt like raising my prices yet again was not going to be the best thing for my business. And as much as I have loved having Etsy around, and they were good to me, they helped me, like, you know, get traffic to my website in the very beginning, or not to my website, but to Etsy in the very beginning, and really helped me grow my shop. I just kind of feel like I, as a business, have outgrown Etsy. And you know, like I said, I just really didn't want to have to raise my prices to cover more fees that's being tacked onto this. And I didn't feel like that was fair to you guys. So I just made the decision that it's time to say goodbye to Etsy, which is scary, but also exciting. It's not scary in the sense, like I said, most of my money is actually coming from my website. And I had closed Etsy before because I was just like, it's hard to like balance both. But I opened it back up because I do know that there are people who follow me that want to shop with my shop, but they want to shop on Etsy. And I completely understand that, you guys. I've gone back and forth with this decision a lot, but ultimately I have to do what I think is best for my business and what's best for my customers. And raising prices yet again is not best for my customers when they could just go to my website and purchase from there, and the prices are cheaper. You can use coupon codes. We have sales over there. You can earn rewards points, which equals free stickers down the road. So it's just such a better deal to shop on the website. And I offer PayPal, so you guys can purchase through PayPal and you're safe that way. I know that those are big things for people because they want to feel like if something were to happen, they can get their money back. And I completely understand that. As someone who purchases stuff online all the time, I like to know that if something happens, I can, you know, get my money back if it were a problem. So I do offer PayPal on my website. I do, you know, have different things that hopefully make you guys feel confident in shopping on my website. And now that I won't have to focus on Etsy, I can put 100% of my time into my website, making my website better, offering more stickers because I'm not having to list them twice and do all of that. So I think that it is just a really good thing for me and my business right now, but it has been a difficult decision just because I know that so many people love shopping on Etsy, and I hate feeling like I'm taking that option from you guys, but I just can't justify raising my prices anymore, you know, and I just can't do that. Also, I feel like for the past, I don't know, past year or so, I've not had all of my stuff on Etsy. I've had very few things on Etsy, and you can't customize your kits. So what I mean by that is, on my website, all of my kits are a la carte. You can pick and choose which sheets you want, but if you purchase on Etsy, you are just stuck with the kit. Like, you can't pick and choose what you want. You can't get single sheets of stuff on my Etsy because it's too expensive to list stuff, and there's so many fees now that it just doesn't make sense for me to list all of that there. So if you've been shopping on Etsy, you've actually been missing out, and I have so many other stickers that I offer that are just not on Etsy, and I don't think people realize that. So ultimately, like, in my mind, the website is just where it's at. That's my baby, that's my shop, that's what I love. I feel like a lot of people didn't realize that was the case. They thought Etsy was like my main thing, because in my vlogs I'll like title it an Etsy shop owner or Etsy sticker shop, and I think people thought that was my like main source of income. And I just thought it was kind of funny because people would ask me, do I make a full-time income on Etsy? And no, I don't. I make very little on Etsy because that's not my main shop. So closing Etsy is not, I mean, it might hurt a little bit, but overall, in the big picture of things, I think that it is so beneficial. I'm not having to pay all those fees. Like, when I looked at my stats from last year, it's just crazy to me how much I was paying Etsy in fees, but I wasn't really seeing much growth on Etsy. So, and partially that was part to me like not even promoting it, because I'm always promoting my website. So for me, it just, looking at the numbers, looking at everything, it makes sense to shut down Etsy. So that will be happening on April 1st. I will officially be saying goodbye to Etsy. I think what I'm gonna do is put it in vacation mode for a little bit and then probably eventually just completely shut it down. Yeah, but that's really all I have to say about that. Like I said, if you guys want to know all the changes with Etsy, I highly recommend researching it. Like I said, there's a lot of YouTube videos out there talking about this, so just search on YouTube like Etsy offsite ads and people will be able to tell you exactly like what's going on with that and why it's maybe not the best move. Again, Etsy is a business, they have to make money, and I completely understand that. They have to do what's best for them as a company, and I get that, but I also have to do what's best for me, like with my business too, and that's the conclusion I came to. So I hope that you guys aren't super bummed about it, but like I said, you can still purchase from me on my website. I'm not leaving the sticker world, I'm just moving off of Etsy, and I feel like it's time. After 5 years, I think it's just time to move on and branch out, and there's so much I can do with my website that I haven't even tapped into yet. And I've had my website for 3 years now, I think 3 years, 3.5, I don't know. I've had it for a while and I just haven't fully tapped into that because I kind of always had Etsy there too, and I was still having to do things on Etsy. And in the past couple weeks that I haven't been putting new releases on Etsy, it has made my life so much easier. Like, you don't realize just how time consuming it is to make listings on Etsy, and most of the time, like, stuff doesn't even sell over there. Like, I might put a listing up and it never even sells over there. So, you know, that's just a waste of money and time and energy. So yeah, but that's my big announcement. April 1st, Etsy is closing and we will be full-time on the website. We've already been full-time on the website, but that will be the only place to purchase my stickers from now on. And I'm really excited about it. I hope that you guys are too. And I just want to say thank you guys so much if you've ever shopped on Etsy with me, or even my website. Like, if you've ever shopped with my shop, it really means a lot to me and I'm just so grateful. So thank you guys so much for that. And I hope that you will just continue on with me through this new journey and just stick around and see all the exciting things that I have planned out for this year, because there's a lot of stuff going on and I'm so excited. So yeah, but that is today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to click the subscribe button. I don't know exactly where it's at, as well as the bell notification. That way you never miss a video from me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.